If you're like me and you always have ground beef in your freezer, then this video is for you. A lot of times we just don't think about it. We grab the ground beef, we thaw it out, we make spaghetti, or we make tacos. We make the same things over and over again. Today, I am bringing you 5 unique ways to use ground beef in your dinner tonight. Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. We are making a recipe that is so super simple, and you probably have all of these ingredients on hand. Don't really know what to call this. I was inspired by another YouTuber. I'll link that below so that you can see how she did it. We're gonna do it a little differently. Don't know what to call it, but let's make what I don't know what to call it. First thing we need is onion. I'm gonna use my handy dandy chopper so that I don't have to dice all of this up. I've got a really large onion, so I'm only using half, like a really large onion. So I've got a large skillet here. I'm heating it to about medium high. We are gonna add 1 pound of ground beef. I'm gonna get this going. We'll add the onion in just a minute.
You got a bunch of taters right there.
I do have a bunch of taters. So what we're gonna be doing is making mashed potatoes, kind of, without the cream or the milk, the liquid. You'll see. But let me grab some potatoes out and start peeling them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm with the commenters who have been saying that you really do like cream cheese.
Mm-hmm. But it's got this onion, this chive and onion flavor, so.
It's gonna be fine.
All right.
It's gonna be fine.
I'm going to trust but verify. Okay.
Trust but verify. I'm gonna wash these taters, then we're gonna peel them and chop them. I washed my taters, but before I chop them, I'm gonna add my onion in with this ground beef. See, this was just half an onion, and look how much that was. It was a lot. We're also gonna add some salt and pepper. Let's let that finish cooking, and let's go peel some taters. I'm just gonna chop them like I normally would if I was making mashed potatoes.
Put me to work, y'all.
Let's add some salt. Now, how are we doing over here? Almost done. There's still some pink pieces in here. You know what we need to do? Preheat our oven to 400. Okay, there's really not much grease at all. I don't know if you can tell. So I'm not gonna worry about draining this because I don't need to. But at this point, you could drain it. Now let's grab some marinara sauce. I don't think I need this whole jar. Actually, I'm pretty sure I don't. I'm gonna use about half of it, I think. I did turn my heat down to about medium low. We're just gonna let this simmer and hang out until we're ready for it. In the video that I took inspiration from, I think she uses about 4 pounds of cheese. We're not gonna use quite that much, and I'm gonna sub some of Steven's favorite ingredient in for some of the cheese too, but we've got this block of Parmesan. I'm gonna shred the whole thing. Let's drain these taters. To our taters, we're gonna add some butter, like you typically would if you were making mashed potatoes. And I'm just gonna kind of mix that butter in so it starts melting. Oh yeah, these taters are good and done. Add some salt and pepper. She added fresh dill. I don't have any fresh dill right now, but we can use some dry dill. Okay, at this point, she added in Parmesan cheese. We're gonna go with some cream cheese. It's gonna make them even creamier. And this is the chive and onion, so it will give it a good flavor too. Okay, let's do that much. See what we think. So make your potatoes how you want them. Just leave out the liquid portion, and you'll see why in just a second. Those look so creamy and good. Let's add just a little bit of this Parmesan cheese and mix that around in it. We're gonna make these into little cakes, pretty much. So they're really hot right now. We're gonna let it cool for just a little bit before we do that. It is the greatest day of the month. It's ButcherBox Day. We've been customers of ButcherBox for I think 4 years. And let me tell you, it has made life so much easier because as the primary person who takes care of groceries in this house, I was sick and tired of going to the grocery store, not finding what I wanted, or the quality of what I'm finding being not up to our standards. And now I don't have to worry about that because we get our meat from ButcherBox, and let me tell you, it's the highest quality. So if you aren't familiar with ButcherBox, it's basically a subscription service. You get this box of frozen meat. This meat is frozen at its peak freshness. You take it from your porch, bring it inside, put it in your freezer, and use it as you need it. But they have super high standards for quality, and they source from farmers and partners who meet those standards. We're talking 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork raised crate free, and they also offer wild caught seafood. You can pick from their curated boxes, which I do sometimes, but also they have a fully customizable option, meaning you can go in and pick every cut of meat that your family needs. And that's not the only customizable part about ButcherBox. Let's say you don't quite need another box yet. You can put your box on hold. Or let's say you just decide you need to cancel. You can do that too. It always ships for free, comes right to your door frozen. And y'all, it's just so convenient. I love that all the meat that I get from there has no antibiotics or hormones added ever. And it's just one less thing I have to think about when I go to the grocery store, when I'm meal planning. I can just take a look what's in my freezer. We're good to go. Now is the time to try ButcherBox. They are celebrating their 10-year anniversary in September, and they're giving you an anniversary gift, basically. When you sign up using the link below, you're gonna get free bacon and free ground beef in every box for the lifetime of your subscription. But that's not all. They are also going to give you $100 off. That $100 is across your first 6 boxes, but $100 in savings and free bacon and free ground beef. You can't get better than that. So give it a try. You'll be so glad that you did. And thank you to ButcherBox for continuing to support my channel. Let's assemble these. So we've got our marinara, meat marinara here. I've got a casserole dish. I'm gonna spray it first. Grab some potatoes that have now cooled down a good bit. And we're going to kind of mold them into, I don't know.
A cake.
A cake, yeah, basically. This is why we didn't want to add liquid. Let's put that there. So I only made 4 of these. You could do more potatoes, do more of these, or make these smaller if you wanted to. But now what I'm gonna do is kind of make a nest in them, trying to keep these somewhat separate. I should have gotten a bigger container casserole dish, but that'll be okay. Now, cheese on top of that. Now we grab our meat mixture and make a mess, because that's what I do. That one was better. So we have a little bit of meat left over because I didn't make as many potatoes as she did. But don't you worry, somebody in this house is gonna eat that.
Yeah.
Lastly, we're gonna top it with Parmesan cheese.
Load them up.
These are going in a 400-degree oven for 10 minutes.
Preliminary reports conclude that this is good.
So
cheese.
we need to confess to them what we forgot.
Well, you do the confessing.
Yeah, since it was me that forgot it. Forgot to add garlic powder. Like, what in the world is my problem?
I don't know. Just in a hurry, maybe.
I guess, but...
But hey, I think this is going to be delicious anyway.
Okay.
Oh, it is.
He said, oh, it is.
Yes, it is. Mmm. That's got plenty of flavor.
Okay, good.
Plenty of flavor. Those potatoes are loaded with flavor.
Those potatoes with that chive and onion cream
Yes.
cheese in it, yeah.
That is some full flavor right there. Mm-hmm. Delicious. This goes together really well. The Parmesan cheese, but the marinara meat.
Yeah.
It's just perfect with this.
I mean, basically at any given time, I have all of these ingredients on hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that
Yes.
this is a really simple way. Like if you're kind of craving spaghetti, maybe, this is a different take on it.
That is good.
Yay, I'm so glad.
Really good, sweetheart.
Okay, I'm gonna dig in. It almost confuses my mouth a little bit
Right.
because I've got the spaghetti-ish
Yeah.
side, but then I've got these creamy onion flavored mashed potatoes.
Right.
I don't think I've ever quite done that before.
No.
So,
And they're still really creamy too.
oh, they are,
though
even without the liquid.
Right.
And they held up well.
Yes.
When we baked them. They didn't fall apart.
Right.
It's 2 great things that are normally separate coming together, and it surprises your mouth.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you got to make this.
Mm-hmm.
Highly recommend.
Okay, to get started, we've got these mushrooms. I do like that they are already pre-cleaned and sliced. I don't have to do anything except open them and pour them in. Love that for me. Okay, the only other thing I need to do is chop up this onion. I don't want to dirty another knife. Probably not the smartest idea I've had, but we don't need the whole onion anyway. We're only going to use about half of it. Okay, that is done. I've got a large skillet heating to about medium-high. So let's go over to the stovetop. It is starting to heat up really well, so let's add in about a tablespoon of olive oil, not a lot. Again, I'm using this Tuscan infused. Okay, I've got my ground beef thawed. We're gonna add in 1 pound of ground beef. Break that up. I've also got water here in this pot that's heating up. Once I get this broken up, I'm gonna add in my onion. In goes the onion. We're gonna let that brown and the onions kind of soften. We'll add in some garlic here in just a couple of minutes. If It is almost done. I did drain just a little bit of the excess fat. There's still some in there, but it'll be okay. Let's add a little bit of garlic, maybe, I don't know, a tablespoon or so, 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. The meat is almost done. Oh, that smells good. All right, now let's add in our mushrooms, and we're gonna let those soften, and they may give off some extra moisture, and if so, we're just gonna kind of let that evaporate. I'm cutting up some of these larger mushrooms. Okay, that's better. Let's let that hang out. My water is ready over here for our noodles, so I'm gonna grab my noodles. I'm doing fettuccine noodles tonight. You could always serve this over egg noodles. You could even do it over rice or potatoes, however you want to do it. But I'm going to be using this fettuccine. All of our mushrooms are really soft, so let's sprinkle some flour in here. A couple of tablespoons. Stir that around and get everything coated. Okay, at this point you're going to add in 1 cup of beef broth. I've got beef bone broth. I also turned the heat down to about medium. I've got 1 cup of heavy whipping cream going in. Then we need a little bit of Dove sauce. If you don't know what Dove sauce is, I'm saying Dove like W, not Dove like bird. Worcestershire sauce, about a tablespoon. My noodles should be about ready, so I need to drain those here in just a second. But let's add in some salt and some pepper, and then we're just gonna bring this to a simmer. While we wait on it to simmer, I'm gonna drain my noodles over here and go check on my broccoli, and dinner is almost ready. Okay, it has come up to a simmer, so I'm gonna turn it down to low, and we're gonna let it hang out for about 5 minutes. Then we'll take it off the stovetop and add one last ingredient, and then it's gonna be time to eat. Now to this, we're gonna add in about 1/3 cup of sour cream, maybe a little more. Oh gosh, this smells good. I'm gonna let it melt, and then it's time to eat.
It's gonna meld.
I'm letting it melt. Meld and melt, with a D and a T.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
That pasta looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does. Come on.
You gotta jiggle it just a little bit.
He has emerged from his office.
You've been working hard today.
You've been working hard today.
Been working. Been doing my thing.
Look how hot that is. All that steam coming up.
Yeah. This looks and smells amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I hope it is
Gotta try
amazing.
to. I'm trying to twirl here. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not twirling.
No twirling.
It ain't twirling.
Gotta have some more twirlage on that.
All right, well, okay.
Right off the bat.
What? What'd you say right off the bat?
Man, that's good.
Oh.
Super creamy. Great flavor of that sauce.
Good.
That is special. Onion, mushroom flavor. Did you make that sauce from scratch?
I did, baby. Ain't no cream of nothing in that. I'm just so happy that y'all are loving this. It's torture watching these two eat.
This pasta is amazing.
Well, good. I'm glad. I'm gonna dig in. now.
That sauce though is incredible.
Well, good. I'm
Really
glad.
good. Beefy, mushroom, onion flavor, creamy.
Garlic beef enchiladas, and I can guarantee you mine is not gonna look that pretty because let's be honest, it just ain't. They styled this for the picture, you know, to make it look even better. Mine ain't gonna look that pretty, but we're gonna hope that it tastes as good as it claims that it is. A couple of things we need to get started. I'm gonna start heating up this skillet to about medium high. And then we need to set the oven to 350. We don't have much chopping to do. However, I am gonna use my handy dandy chopper just so I don't have to really do much chopping at all. I just gotta cut this up into smaller pieces. We need 1 medium onion that's chopped. So I'm just gonna pop this in here and do the other side. And that was the extent of our chopping. Done. Now the only other chopping that I might do at the end is if I'm probably gonna put some cilantro on top. So that'll be it. This one is pretty easy. Now we've got to dirty up several things. So that's the only drawback, but the picture just looks so pretty, even though I know it's not gonna look like the picture. And I'm craving enchiladas, so we're doing it anyway. So into our large skillet that is already heating up, we are going to put 1 pound of ground beef. I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking it up with my mix and chop, and then we're gonna go ahead and add in the onion. So let's let this start doing its thing. And while it's doing its thing, we're gonna head over here to this saucepan and get it started. So let's turn this saucepan to about medium, a little over medium. And you need about 1/3 cup of butter, which is a little over 5 tablespoons. This is 5 tablespoons, it's gonna work. It'll be fine. Please come off. There we go. We're gonna let that start to heat up. Now I fibbed a little bit. We don't really have to chop anything else up, but we do have to mince this garlic. So I'm gonna peel this really quickly and this is gonna go in with the butter. It said 4 to 6 cloves of garlic, and I was gonna do more like the 6, but one of these was so huge. You see this one? So we're just gonna go with the 4 because this one was so large. It's like 2 or 3 in one. Look at that thing. So let's mince that into a little container. You hate it when everything gets stuck to your hands. Garlic is surprisingly sticky. Drives me nuts. Let's go check on our butter. This is done, and it says to drain it. There is a little bit of fat in here, but not much at all, so we're just gonna move on. We need a couple of tablespoons of flour. Sprinkle that in, okay? And then we've got some seasonings. In here, I've got salt, garlic powder, chili powder, cumin, and a little bit of rubbed sage. All of the measurements will be down below. I'll have the recipe linked below. So let's put all of those good seasonings in here with this and stir it around. And then I've got a can of stewed tomatoes that is gonna go in. Now the stewed tomatoes, it says to cut up. So I'm gonna use my mix and chop and hopefully be able to cut these up. Oh yeah, I didn't wanna have to make a mess cutting these up somewhere else. I figured I could probably get them to chop up a little bit in here. So we're gonna bring this up to a simmer. And then once this starts to kind of bubble a little bit, I'm gonna turn it down to low and we're gonna cover it and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. It is bubbling. Let's put this lid on there and turn it to low. And now let's go finish up the sauce. So our butter is ready. Let's add in our garlic. We're gonna cook the garlic just for about a minute. Get it nice and fragrant in here. And then we're gonna add in some flour and let that thicken up a little bit. So I'm gonna turn the heat down just a bit. Now let's add in that flour. We need about a 1/2 cup of flour. This is a 1/4 cup measure, so I'm gonna add 2 of these. And let's stir that around until it's combined. Oh yeah, lovely. Now we're gonna whisk in, it says gradually whisk this in, so I need both hands. So I've got basically a can of beef broth, 14.5 ounces or something like that. So I'm gonna whisk this in. Let me work this and I'll be right back. Okay, that thickened really quickly, which is great. Let's add in our tomato sauce. You need a large can or a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. And then we're also gonna add our seasonings. So again, we have salt, rubbed sage, chili powder, and cumin. Let's add that in and combine all of that. This sauce smells so good. Okay, I have a good feeling about this. While the sauce is heating through, I need to shred some cheese. I've got some Colby Jack cheese. We need about 2 cups of this. So almost this whole block, really. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and do the whole block because who are we kidding? We love some cheese around here. Lovely. Okay, we've got a 9x13 dish. I'm going to add about 1.5 cups of this sauce to the bottom and just kind of spread it all around. You don't have to grease your dish. This is gonna be your grease right here. So let's kind of spread it all around. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay, wonderful. So now we need to assemble our enchiladas. I've got these flour tortillas. This is a 10 count. We need 10 of them. You wanna get the kind that's for tacos and fajitas, kind of the 6-inch. So let's take one out. We're gonna add about 1/4 cup or so of our beef mixture kind of to the side of one of these. And then we're gonna put a little bit of cheese on there. And then we're gonna roll it up and place it seam side down into, ow, that's hot, into the sauce. Now in the picture, they did it seam side up, I guess to make it prettier for the picture. So already we're losing, you know? Okay, so let's go. And I'm just gonna continue on with the rest of these. Same thing over and over again. Beef mixture, cheese, and roll it up. I'll be right back. I am on my last 2, and I've learned you don't try and traditionally roll this up. Just kind of pull it like this and just fold it. That way you don't burn your fingers. Learned that the hard way. After a couple, I was like, gonna change that. I kind of overly stuffed these last 2 because I had a good bit of the meat mixture left. Let me show you. I mean, it's not a ton, but I'm not gonna let it go to waste. I'm just gonna put it on top of all of this. So let me show you. Put it down in the sauce maybe. So that's done. And I've made a mess and I'm gonna eat this right here. Now on top, we're going to cover it with the remaining sauce. So I'm just gonna use this ladle. I went a little too heavy on the sauce on that first side. Oops. We're gonna make it work. Spread it around. Okay, we do need to cover this with some aluminum foil, so let me go grab that. So top that. This is gonna bake at 350 for about 30 minutes. And then we'll uncover it and top it with the remaining cheese that we have over here and bake it for like another 10 minutes. I cannot tell you how good my house smells right now. It has been 30 minutes. We're gonna take this out of the oven. We're gonna uncover it. Oh my goodness. And we're gonna take our remaining cheese and cover the entire top. And then this is gonna go right back in the oven just to let the cheese melt. And then I've got a few toppings that we will top it with to make it look a little bit prettier once it comes out. But my goodness, this looks so good. 10 more minutes in the oven. Be right back. It has been 10 minutes, so it's time to eat. Every time I lean into the oven, My glasses fog up. If you know, you know. Most definitely does not look like that, but that's okay. We are gonna add a few more things. I've got a few sliced jalapenos left. So I'm gonna put those on top, apparently in one clump. There we go. Okay, we have some ripe cherry tomatoes from our garden, so might as well just pop those on there because we have a lot of them. And then lastly, I did chop up a little bit of cilantro just because it'll make it pretty. Add a little color to the top and a little flavor in each bite. So this is our lunch today. Now it looks a lot closer to what the picture looked like now, I feel like, so that's good. But I am so hungry, so let's eat.
Man, this looks really good. It smells amazing. This whole house is smelling good.
Yeah, it does. Careful now, it's real hot.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
Gotta get all the lovely things on there.
Cole's face right now, y'all.
That is the best enchilada I've ever had
Are you serious?
in my entire life.
Wow.
Now, considering I don't eat them a lot,
Right.
Oh
the
man,
last time I've had this has been years.
that sauce is amazing, and I love the inside. Oh man, it's just filled with all that meat and cheese, and the jalapeno is a really nice touch.
Good.
Spicy.
Yeah.
But that sauce is so rich. That garlic flavor.
So the sauce has butter in it.
I'm gonna tell you something. That sauce is amazing.
Okay, good.
Yeah, this.
You know
I
what?
don't think. Yeah, this is definitely top tier enchiladas at home. I don't think I've ever had enchiladas this good at home.
Okay, good.
No way.
So here's an interesting ingredient in both the sauce and in the taco meat. Rubbed sage. It's in both.
Man, that's the way forward. That is big time right there.
Okay.
That is
So
amazing.
would this be a good one to serve, like if you have guests coming over?
Absolutely. Or
Yeah.
bring it to get together or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
This is a crowd pleaser.
Okay.
I mean, big time.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna dig in, but yeah, this was, I mean, it was not hard at all, and I'm so glad that y'all are so happy with it.
I want to see your reaction.
Okay, so in a recent video, you noticed, or I mentioned that I take my glasses off when I eat. It's usually only when it's things that could steam up my glasses, because it drives me nuts for it to steam it up, so that's
Yeah.
why I take it off. But let's give this a try. Oh, that's a big old bite. That's a Steven-sized bite. Oh,
It's super rich, isn't it?
hot. Ooh, that's very different than any enchilada I think I've ever had, even at a restaurant.
Right. I mean, the sauce is just so much, like
It's
there's so much of it. It's like,
and it's so thick.
yes.
It clings to everything like it's supposed to. The flavor of that is just really, really deep. Oh, I don't even know how to describe it, but I do know that it's some of the best enchiladas I've ever had. So
Yeah, for sure.
this is a winner. There's a reason why it was in Grandma's favorites. Another new tool that we got for the Blackstone is the burger press. So we just had to make smash burgers. And I have to tell you, they may be the best burgers we've ever made at home. We've been having some technical difficulties.
We had a few technical difficulties,
So
but
let's just fill them in. So
smash burgers tonight. That's what we're making. It is going to be a treat for our Friday. So I'm looking forward to this. We kind of got inspired by a restaurant in Hilton Head when we went on a little vacation.
we did.
And so we've decided to come home and see if we can make this here on the Blackstone.
We are doing doubles because they're going to be very thin. So tell them about how you kind of mix that up, how it's different than doing regular hamburgers.
Yeah, so you don't want to work them too much. You
Okay.
just kind of want to form them together best you can into a ball, but you don't want to overwork them because we're going to be smashing them and you want, a little bit of texture when they go down on the grill. They're going to flatten out real
Right.
good.
And we're going to add the seasonings
work-
when they're on the grill.
Right.
Yes.
And if you work them too much, then you'll have problems with the way they
Okay.
smash down on the grill. So
Okay.
we're going to try to avoid that this time. Now these are pretty large, so we're going
We'll see how it goes.
we're going to do the best we can to smash these jokers.
That's right. And then he also told me that everything that he's seen says to get the old, I haven't bought this in probably 5 or 6 or more years, the Kraft Singles American cheese. So
Right.
got that for our burgers as well.
And the high fat content, by the way, again, we don't use any oil
Yeah.
when we put these on the grill. These go directly on the grill without any oil. And that high fat content is going to help them get, good and crispy.
Yeah.
So that's what we want.
So sorry about the technical difficulties there, but we're in business now. So we're going to start grabbing all of the stuff and heading outside to the Blackstone.
Let's go.
So tell us what this thing is right here.
Well, this is a silicone protector, basically, that sits on top of the grill.
Okay.
And just protects it from moisture and things like that.
Okay.
So you don't end up, in case you have spots on here that are not seasoned all the way, it might rust.
Okay.
So I just put this extra piece on here to protect it.
Okay. Also, while he's kind of getting everything ready, I wanted to show y'all we're using another Spice Titan blend tonight. We are using the Steakhouse Burger. That is going to season our burgers tonight.
Yep. Yes, it up.
You sound like my daddy when you do that.
Well, he's a good man.
He is a good man.
All right, we're going pretty high on the heat.
Okay.
I mean, we want it hot.
I had to turn the fans on because it is hot out here. Earlier this week, it was mid-60s and rainy, and today it's almost 90 degrees and just humid. Whew, what you doing now?
I'm just kind of working on this
Oh, the wax paper.
wax paper here. We're going to use this
Okay, he's going to use that in between burger and the smasher.
best we can.
Finally feels like summer, don't it?
It does. It feels awfully muggy out here.
I went for a walk this afternoon about 2 o'clock and it was, woof, it was awful. It was
Yeah.
not, I do not recommend doing that.
Yep, it's a little humid. This hot grill, it's getting ready. I start to feel that heat now.
I feel it too, all the way over here.
It's coming up.
About that time. This ain't gonna take long at all.
I don't think so. All right, look, we'll just go down with one of them. How about that?
How about it? Just do it.
We just do
I mean, the best way to do it is just
the
try.
best way to do it is to do it. We got to move now.
All right, you move. I'll film it. That's pretty.
It is pretty.
You
I just
didn't
want
put
to
the
see.
thing
I
down.
wanted to see if it would do it
Oh.
without it. But,
Yeah, it definitely needs that, I think.
yeah, I think you need the paper.
Alrighty. I love how it immediately starts shrinking.
Oh yeah,
They smell good.
delicious.
Alright, he's got them all on there. He's going back through and smashing them a little bit more.
There we go.
Throw that right there.
Throw
There you
that
go.
right there.
Yep.
All right, now let's go in with the seasoning. We're just gonna do one side.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's smelling good.
Smells so good out here already.
Wow.
TGIF.
Yeah.
We're filming this on Friday, so this is our treat for Friday night.
Onions on.
Now, I don't know. I need to go check with our guests to see if they want onions. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I want them to be almost done when we flip them. So about 75–80% done.
Okay, they're
And
getting
then we'll
there.
flip 'em. They're almost
browning
there.
around the edges, so
Yep.
they're getting there. If y'all
Looking
could
good.
just smell this.
Man, that smells delicious.
So we're putting 1 piece of cheese per patty.
All right, here we go. Wow, look at them things.
I mean, they're beautiful.
They're looking great.
So we're gonna heat up our buns on the grill too?
Yes.
Okay.
Take but a second.
You gotta toast them buns, hun.
All right. All right.
About ready?
Toasted up.
Okay, let's do 2 on each plate.
Yep. Burger taste test, here we go.
Y'all, these burgers, they remind me of the ones that we got in Hilton Head
Yeah.
at 10 and Tallow.
This is gonna be amazing.
Okay, we gotta tink it up though.
Yeah. Mine's.
Tink.
Boom.
Uh-oh, sorry.
Tink.
That thing is attacking you.
Oh gosh.
Okay,
This
here we
is
go.
amazing.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
You've done good.
That is amazing. Smash burger. Oh, still really juicy. Caramelized texture on there as well. Little sear action.
Those
But the
onions are
cheese.
so good.
That cheese, though. I know it's like the old cheese, but that is the cheese you want to use. Yeah, there's caramelized onions on there. They're not like super caramelized, so they're still, still got a good, onion flavor to them.
I mean, I don't even know what else to say other than y'all gotta make smash burgers. If you've never made them, try them. I'm glad that we grilled the buns too.
Yeah.
It made them hold up to it, and they were a
For
little
sure.
warm as well. There's nothing worse than getting a really great burger, really hot burger on a cold bun.
It's super flavorful. It's hard to, because a lot of times we just make the patties and we, what?
Go right ahead. You just changed subject.
Oh, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said there's nothing worse than getting a hot burger on a cold bun.
You are correct. That
Yes.
is correct.
Yes. Now, please continue.
I was just going to say that the flavors, that Spice Titan flavors, that is really good. That steakhouse hamburger, definitely a steak. This is definitely something you would order like out at a restaurant, you know. One of them high-dollar burgers.
All right, y'all. We're going to finish eating. We're also going to film a different taste test for our side dish that we have on our plates tonight. So, yeah. Our first subby supper is kind of a twofer tonight because we're doing the entree as well as the bread from 2 different subscribers, but they go together. You'll understand more as we go. The first one is called Bill's World Famous Chili. Now, Bill gave me full permission to make fun of the fact that we are calling this world famous, or that he calls this world famous. He said we can make fun of it because he thinks it's funny too that everything is world famous now, even though most people have never heard of it. He's been a subscriber to our channel for a couple of years. He told us he was very sorry to hear about the loss of Gracie Lou, but he was happy to see we have a little Black Panther running around the house now. He said I recently made a chili that was very similar to his world famous chili, and he wanted me to make this one to see, you know, kind of where it compares. He said this particular version is his mom's version of chili, and he ate it growing up. And he said it's pretty mild, so if you want to add some green chilies to it to kind of give it a little more spice, you can. And honestly, I probably will, just because we tend to like spicier things. So Bill from Northern Illinois, thank you so much for sending us your world famous chili. And let's get started. First things first, friends. We've got to brown the hamburger meat, or ground beef. Old habits die hard. I still call it hamburger meat. We need to brown that, so let's go over to the stovetop. Now, it's early in the day. This is going in the crock pot, but we're getting started on the stovetop. So let's turn this to medium high, and while that heats up, let's go chop up our veggies. I am going to be using the help of our veggie chopper today just to make things quick and easy. The onions need to be a larger chop, so I'm going to use this chop version versus the dice version. Can you tell a difference? So let's do our onion first. He said 2 medium onions, but I've got 1 large, so we're just gonna go with that. Okay, now that we've done the onion with the large chop, let's pop this blade out and pop the smaller one in. Now, he said to use a red pepper. My grocery store was out, so we're gonna be using this orange/green pepper. We're gonna finely chop this one. And then he said to use 1 stalk of celery, just about half of it, the greener part. So we're gonna do this top half up here. That's all the chopping we need to do. There's all of our veggies. These will go in with the ground beef here in just a few minutes, but let's head back over to the stove. We've got 1 pound of ground beef going in. Now, we're not gonna add our veggies till it's closer to being done. So I'm just breaking this up now, and I'll be back. Time to kind of drain this off and continue on. Okay, so Bill says that even while it's still a little pink, go ahead and drain all of the grease off. So I'm gonna use the paper towel trick. I'm gonna need another paper towel. Okay, and now let's add our veggies in. We're gonna let these soften as it continues to brown and finish up. So that's pretty much done. You want your veggies still crisp, but just saute just a little bit. And I think our ground beef is done. So let's move on to the next step. The next step includes dark chili powder. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know this existed. I thought chili powder was chili powder other than like Chipotle chili powder or ancho. I didn't know there was one called dark. So I'm very excited, but we're gonna use 3 tablespoons of that to go in here at the very end. And he said, we do this at the very end because you don't want to burn the chili powder, but we're just gonna mix it all in together. So, ooh, that smells good. Mix all of that together, and we're gonna head over to our crock pot. Now let's add all of that to the crock pot. For your next step, you're gonna need 4 cans of beans. Kidney beans, we're going pinto beans because if you've been around, you know Stephen is not the biggest fan, neither am I, of kidney beans. They're fine, but when we're doing 4 cans of something, it's gonna be pinto beans. So I need to open these, drain and rinse them, and add them in. That's a lot of beans, Bill. That's a lot of beans. Now we need to open this family size condensed tomato soup can. We're not gonna dilute it with water. We'll add water later, you'll see. But this is a 23 ounce can. I think he said 26 to 30 ounce. This is the only one I could find. We're using this. It is more seasonings time. So something I never have on hand because we just use fresh onion, but he said to use dried onion as well, even though we have all the fresh onions. So I grabbed this at the grocery store. We need 1 tablespoon of the minced onion. We need 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. I'm just gonna eyeball this one. A tablespoon of dried parsley flakes. We need 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. He said you could use cane sugar or brown sugar. This is a tablespoon measure, so I won't quite fill it up. And then this is very important. The Dub sauce, the SMASHBURGERS sauce. Needs to be Lea & Perrins, which is pretty much all we keep. We used to try other ones, but let's be honest, this is the best one. So I'm gonna shake this up. We need 2 tablespoons of this. Okay, the last step is to dissolve beef base in about 3 cups of boiling water. So don't use beef bouillon cubes, he said. You need to use beef base. So I'm gonna go heat 3 cups of water in the microwave and dissolve about a teaspoon of this in there. Okay, we've got our water here. It's not quite boiling, but it's really, really hot. It had a little bubbles in it in the microwave, but it's cooled down, obviously. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon to this hot water. I wonder if I should have gotten my whisk. Oh, okay, it's starting to dissolve. Okay, let's add this in to our crock pot. And then we're gonna stir it all together. I don't wanna lose the flavor though, so let's put it in there and we'll just stir it all. It'll be okay. It'll dissolve eventually. Now, there's another little surprise that's gonna go in this later on today, after it's good and bubbly and been cooking. So this is gonna cook on high for 4 to 5 hours. I'm sure you could do low if you were doing this in the morning and headed to work or something. But so we're gonna let this hang out all afternoon, and then we will add another ingredient closer to time. Please excuse the way I look. I just came in from working out in we have a garage gym, so we did a 45-minute workout out there. I just want to make sure I'm right on this. And I just realized I forgot to put in the green peppers that I said I was gonna add, the chili peppers that I said I was gonna add. Not chili peppers, what am I talking about? The chilies, I guess it is chili peppers. I forgot to add those in earlier, but that's okay. Our secret ingredient, cherry tomatoes. We're gonna cut these in half. We're gonna turn off the crock pot. It is bubbling right now. Let me show you. See how it's oh no, you can't see nothing, honey. Okay, you see how it's bubbling? We need to cut these cherry tomatoes. He just said a handful of them. So I'm gonna do that. And it said to stir them in and then they will float up to the top. So while they kind of hang out in there, I'm gonna go take a quick shower because I worked out and I'll get my good cool down. And then Stephen and I can eat our dinner guilt-free. We did a big workout today. He said a handful, but my hand is probably smaller than his, so we're gonna go a little bit bigger than a handful. I love that we're adding fresh tomatoes in here. That's pretty cool. Let's put the lid back on it, and I'll see y'all after I've had a little bit of a cool down and it's time to eat. We are low energy because we did a workout, but we're about to refuel our bodies. I added some cherry tomatoes in there. Do you see that?
I do, that looks good.
World famous chili.
I mean, this is kind of soupy. I like that.
Yeah, it is.
I like that. It's got all kinds of lovely bits in here.
Oh gosh, I hate it when you say
Beans and meat, and got some tomatoes in here, and there's some other thing. It looks like maybe some celery.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's give her a try. That is really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like the soupiness of it, first of all.
Good.
My dad used to make a soupy chili.
Okay.
And I miss that.
Well, there you go.
I really do. So I love the flavors. It's very smoky. I love smokiness. I don't know if it's smoked paprika or chipotle.
So, no, it's dark chili powder. There's
Wow.
literally something called dark chili powder.
Okay, I got it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very, very rich, very bold flavors.
Okay.
Of course, pinto beans.
Right.
Got to have the pintos.
Cole, what do you think?
And
I
there's
think
some
it's amazing.
corn in there as well.
Good.
That is really good.
I think it earns that world famous title.
Yeah.
There ain't no corn in there.
Look, what's that right there?
I didn't have no corn in there, did I?
Is that not a corn?
That's the dang corn.
Is that a kernel?
That ain't no corn.
Is that not a kernel? What is that?
That's a kernel.
That's a kernel. Better salute that kernel.
That's a kernel.
Where did it come
I
from?
don't know. It snuck in there.
No, you,
No, I think that's the celery. I think it just looks, yeah, it's the celery.
Mama, that was,
that was a kernel.
Mandy, that's a kernel.
That was a kernel.
I'm very,
It must have been in the same factory.
Look, one just jumped in there.
Yeah.
how?
I don't know how kernels can walk, but that one did. And it was good, too.
I really want to know where that came from. So
That was too yellow to be that celery.
I don't know.
Mm.
You know what though? I did orange bell pepper, so I wonder if it was a piece of that orange bell pepper.
Maybe
there
it
was
would've
part
been.
of it that was kind of light.
It looked too.
It was light.
I don't know.
It wasn't no corn.
We're just going to move right on to the next thing.
If you don't like spice, make it just like I made it. If I were to make this again, when I make this again, I would add in diced green chilies, maybe some jalapeno to spice it up for our liking. But I really wanted to try his version. And I did mean to add the diced green chilies. I just forgot because he did mention that if you wanted to add a little more spice, but this is delicious. So thank y'all both for sending this in. So there you have it. There's 5 great ways to use the ground beef that's currently sitting in your freezer or fridge. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up before you leave. Also, if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe. And don't forget, there is an anniversary gift from ButcherBox waiting on new members. When you click the link below, you're gonna get free bacon, free ground beef for life, plus you're gonna get $100 off across your first 6 boxes of ButcherBox. That is a really great deal, and I hope you snag it. I love y'all so much. I thank y'all for being here, for commenting, for hitting the like button. It all means so much to me. I will see you next time. Bye, y'all.